Hello!
Hail fellows, well met. Right, today it's a Poundland Special, because I've been to Poundland and bought some tat for £1 an item, unsurprisingly. It's also in a way a Signalex Special, Signalex being a company that produces, or at the very least packages up, pretty much everything in the electrical section of Poundland. A quick explanation in case you're a devious foreign and you don't know what Poundland is. As I hinted earlier, it's a shop where every item costs £1. It really is that simple. And if you go in there at the wrong time of night, you can find lots of drunk students who think it's funny to go up to the staff and constantly say, "How much is this? How much is that? How much does this cost?" And the poor staff have to repeatedly be polite to them and say, "It's £1. Everything costs £1." When in fact what they should be legally allowed to do is smash their faces off with a golf club. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's have a look at the first item on offer today. I wish I had a little conveyor belt for it to come on. I'll have to push it with my finger instead. This may look like an AA battery. That's because it is an AA battery and even says so on it. Made by our friends at Signalex. Hooray! You will notice it is a 1.2 volts NIMH 500 mAh battery. NIMH is good news. That's quite good battery technology. 1.2 volts is not good news for AA's. They usually run at 1.5, and 500 is very low, which means this would probably be quite a crap battery. Anyway, why have I bought a rechargeable battery, and why on earth would I think you lot would be interested in it? Because of this! Comedy sound effect added by me, in camera. No end to my talents. Look, it's got a USB connector, so you can shove it into your laptop and it will charge from there. Interesting. Also, I thought, you see, originally this was just going to be a review of a couple of these batteries. And I was going to test them and see how long things lasted for and have a bit of a laugh and all that. But it took out, because as soon as I plugged this one in to charge it, well, that's a lie, it wasn't as soon as, it's when I came back after it had charged, it had leaked all sorts of interesting internal acids everywhere, so that's absolutely lovely and completely ruined the whole thing. I mean, look, I'd even got my extension lead ready with my USB adapter to show you how they plug in and everything. I can't do it now. Well, I suppose I could. Oh look, I have plugged it in. That one hasn't leaked yet. And as a little bit of further testing, I can also show you the wonderful fact that although I only charged this fully less than 2 days ago, my crappy battery tester will show you conclusively, once I plug it in the right way round, that this battery has no charge at all. It did after I charged it, so they appear to hold charge for a period of less than 2 days, or leak acid everywhere when you first plug them in. I would actually take these back to Poundland, but stupidly I didn't keep the receipt and I didn't keep the packaging they originally came in. Go me! Right, time for item number 2 on the pretend conveyor belt. It's another USB device, a little USB vacuum cleaner that sucks up small objects. And that's pretty much all it does, really. That's what it's designed to do. Get between the keys of your keyboard and all that. Structurally, it's not exactly fantastic. Feels a bit weak. It's got an LED on it for some reason. And the attachment on the end is quite literally just a bit of rubber tubing that they've stretched over something. It did come with a better attachment, actually, that had a sort of little brush, which would, you know, brush all the bits of fluff up out of your keyboard so it'd suck it up. But brilliantly, I've lost that. I'm not doing very well on keeping things today. So, let's give it a test. USB away! USB in the wrong way! USB in the right way! Ooh, the LED is on, so we can see what we're cleaning in the dark. So I always do my hoovering of tiny objects in the dark. I don't know about you. 2 settings, low and high. Low! Yep, it sucks. Sorry. High! It sucks more. There we are, I could actually clean the sofa like this if I had 93 hours to spare. And presumably it's all kept in an internal reservoir thing that I haven't actually checked yet. Comes apart easy enough. Yep, there we are, dust in there. And on here is a filter which has already got a hole in. Brilliant! So the dust is already being sucked straight into the motor and will probably catch fire or something. Tremendous. Right, let's unplug all the guff. And look at our final item in today's Poundland menu of tat. Now this last one's a bit different, because rather than being an electrical item in its own right, it is a pack of stuffs for the Nintendo DS Lite. And very nice it is too. Beautiful packaging from Funkmaster Signal X here. Everything looks very DS Lite-y, nice logo, everything printed nicely. And yes, I've actually kept the packaging for this one because I knew I was going to review it when I first saw it. Traveller's Pack, 3 capacity game card case, and 3 stylus pens. All we can find out where Signal X live. P.O. Box 13657, Birmingham, B22FQ. FQ is how I feel after using those batteries. I'd go around and suck their faces off with my tiny hoover. Anyway, let's have a look at what's in here. 3 styluses. Exciting. Why am I showing you this, you're thinking? Well, here's the reason why. They've actually gone to the trouble of mocking up their own fake Signal X games for the game's case. Let's open it up and have a look. I win! Right, I'm going to cover the third one because it's by far the best. On the left we have Signal X DS Pro Tennis. Generic. Slightly funnier, we have Brain Gain. Who has the biggest? Brain, presumably. But is the one in the middle that wins all the awards. Dario Land DS. Subtle. I can't get out of my head the idea of a sort of 8-bit game based on the nightmarish visions of the film Suspiria from the Italian horror director Dario Argento. Actually, if anybody would like to make that in Flash, that would be fantastic. I will offer you a prize. All the change in my pocket. Hang on. I've just been to the supermarket, so I must have some. Yeah. There we are. No, you can't have my Tesco's receipt. Why have I got 2 receipts? Oh wow, I've got a voucher. 50 extra points when you buy any Tesco Finest cakes pre-packed. What a world we live in. There we are. £1.70. £1.82 can be yours, or the equivalent in your local currency, if you wish to make a small 8-bit Flash game based on Suspiria. I can't see anybody actually doing that, but man, it would be cool. Oh well, I've run out of things to say now. Bye! Hello. iPods. Lovely. Hello.